Hey guys, this is Eric over at PushPress, and we recognize with this next round of closures or these shutdowns, a handful of gym owners, both on the micro gym side all the way up to the personal training studio side, may be forced to take operations outside. When we first had shutdowns, this was a scramble for a lot of gym owners and coaches, as they've never had to do stuff like this before. Unfortunately, this is the second time we're going through this, and hopefully most coaches have made notes on how to improvise and create efficiency around moving operations for training outside. But if you haven't had to do this yet, what we want to do at PushPress is provide you just a brief checklist of items, both on the operations and the tech side, as well as on the programming and the equipment side, to make your day a little bit easier. So this video should have an accompanying checklist. Feel free to go ahead and read through it from top down, and I'll walk you through it. Level 1, and this is the one we'll talk about first, is going to be the opportunity for you to simply move training outside, adjacent to your regular venue, whether that be a parking lot, a side yard, a backyard, a patio. This is an opportunity for you to have the least impact on your training because it's just readily available. You simply got to open up your doors and move your stuff outside. So from the operations and tech side, the first thing you got to look at is your check-in and attendance tracking devices. For most folks, those are some form of tablet, some form of phone, or maybe a laptop. That's pretty easy. But what you may also want to think about is bringing out an extension cord and or some form of power so that you can keep those things charged throughout the course of the day. Next step, we'll look at whiteboards, hopefully rolling whiteboards or carrying whiteboards, things that you can bring out, markers and spray and cleaning towels so that you can continue to deliver the notes and or track the results for the training day. For some gyms, and I've seen this online already, they have actually TVs on rolling mounts, and they have the ability to roll their televisions with extension cords outside and deliver the same digital experience and or heart rate tracking if they do that outside as they can do inside. Clipboards, pens and paper, markers, pencils. Think about kind of having maybe a tote or a tray that you can bring all your regular coaching materials out with, to include things like stopwatches, extra charging cables, and locations for people to safely put their keys or their phone. You want to have that in an isolated location where you can always keep an eye on it. Something a lot of folks don't think about is portable first aid. Again, some kind of a tote or a bucket that you can bring stuff out to address the considerations that you might end up with on the floor. If you have an AED in your facility, some of them are portable, but if they are not portable, at least have clear access and awareness as to where it's located. From a coaching standpoint, what is also important to do is to let your members know where the AED is in case you have to be the one administering CPR. You can let them know, hey, go and get the AED, and they know exactly where it is. Instructors, at least in our facility, the instructors always had their cell phones with them. Try to do your best to keep them as charged as possible throughout the course of the day. Portable music device and or speakers and extension cords. Some of you will be running music through your phones, or you'll be running music through your laptops. So think about your speakers and a way to keep those things powered. Trash cans with extra liners, brooms, dustpans, cleaning materials, things that you'll need to clean up after the day, or at least clean up after each class. Not just sanitation equipment. We'll get there here in a second. Well, let's just actually jump into that. All the regular sanitation stuff that you're going to need to keep the equipment clean, from your buckets and your towels, extra rags, and I would recommend spray, additional bottles of spray, to include also extra masks for the clients and or extra gloves if they're required or asked for. Shade tents and easy ups, those are critical. You're going to want to be able to provide a shaded area for folks to either recover between bouts or recover at the end of the actual class. I would encourage coolers with ice and water. I have seen online a couple of folks that have actually wheeled their mini fridges outside, kept them plugged in, and still have the availability to provide service when it comes to things that they want to drink or eat. And then tape and cones to mark off the individual areas, but more importantly, rope or caution tape or larger cones to differentiate or distinguish between your training area and maybe your parking area. And then lastly, personal chalk or chalk substitutes, and of course all that stuff staged where else you're going to need to have it. As far as programming and equipment goes, this is going to be the heavy lifting, and if you haven't already set your stuff up, you can actually use your class to help move things outside, and then of course individualize it to say like, hey, you three are going to work on getting the racks out, you guys are going to work on helping us bring the dumbbells out or the barbells out. But the idea is that from a coaching standpoint, you bring all your regular stuff as far as the ability to deliver the training for the day. So whether that be your own coaching notes with the desired training intention, the scaling options, as well as the targets for the clients to hit, you've got to be able to have that and deliver that. But as far as the equipment goes, man, get your coaches to help you, get your clients to help you, get the interns to help you, and have everything set up in a predetermined location. That's the basics. I know there are going to be some coaches that absolutely know this and they don't need help, but then there's, on the flip side, going to be coaches that are going to need some help. So we hope that today's checklist gives you an opportunity to at least order and organize your thoughts and your process before you go out and stand in front of your classes. Have a great day.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, make sure you like our channel, subscribe, and check out our other videos right here.